but at least I got her on the phone. I asked about a chance of her loving me again. Yes, I asked about the chance of her loving me again. She said she never stopped loving me, and she was coming on a train. I asked her, can you believe it's true? Can you believe it's true? Oh, can you believe it's true? Can you believe it's true? Can you believe it's true? No more will I be lonesome. No more will I be blue. Oh yeah, now. No more will I be lonesome. No more will I be blue. I ask, can you believe it's true? Can you believe it's true? Oh, can you believe? I ask you, it's true. Can you believe it's true? Can you believe it's true? No more will I be lonesome. No more will I be blue. No more will I be lonesome. No more will I be blue.
Hi, my name is. Alright, what's up? How we diddling? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Give me a wave if you can hear me. Oh, I got a lot to say tonight. A lot. It's been an interesting couple of days. I don't know who's aware or who's not aware, but I'm streaming this here on YouTube because I would imagine that's where most of you are watching from, but I'm also streaming it on Twitch. Oh yeah, I can see there's a couple of people in the Twitch chat as well, so I've got a couple of ideas for over there, but we shall get to those after. So let's have a look, because we've had a super chat before the stream started.
Ooh, super chat.
The Clyde 950, thank you very much indeed for the super chat. I learned the Kent Hovin's name in Welsh is Father Rowch Mewn Pot Jam. Is that close? The Welsh is close, but it means fatten in a jam pot. So I don't I don't think that's Kent Hovin's real name. But right, first of all, who saw the Kent Hovin video? I wasn't going to make that video that video was, I had an email on Friday, I think it was. Was it Friday or Thursday? I think it was Thursday. And I will give the person, there we are. It was from, who was it from? Alan Thornton. Sent me an email saying, well done, you've got the attention of the great scientist Kent Hovind. Just watch you get whacked on his channel. So I thought, well, I'll have a look at that as well. It would be rude not to. And it was just exactly what you've come to expect from young Earth creationists. It was just making fun of the holes in my ears as if I haven't noticed them, and you know, all that kind of thing. So he said at the beginning of his episode of Whack an Atheist that all my arguments were ad hominem. So I know in my video I said a lot of things which could be considered ad hominem, right? But I did that on purpose, I promise you. But I thought it would be funny because he started the video off that way to then highlight every time he attacked me rather than what I was saying. So, yeah, it was a fun video.
Super chat.
Thank you, Christopher Shapley, DVM CVA, everybody's favourite American veterinarian. Loved the Kent Hovind vid. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I haven't enjoyed making a video that much for quite a while. It was really, really good fun. No, strangely enough, Tango 2806, he did not mention my lack of accent. He didn't mention my accent at all. But the thing I noticed, because I've seen some of his other Whack an Atheist shows, and he goes after the sort of the scientific things that you know, that people say, like Professor Dave, you know, the people that he debates where he's got absolutely no chance of winning. Planner Walk says ad homs are only ad homs if the argument is not actually addressed. Well, he was basically saying, Planner Walk, that I was wrong because I've got tattoos and holes in my ears. So is that not ad hom, or have I misunderstood it? But I don't really care anyway. So yeah, I just thought it would be fun to do, and I wait with bated breath to see if he's going to respond again. If he does respond again, to be honest with you, it just goes to show how much of a clown he is, because, you know, he said he doesn't want to waste time, and yet, you know, he took the time to make that episode. But I suspect that it was because that big baby Matt Powell official. And by the way, if you're watching, Matt Powell and Kent Hovind, welcome. Everybody's welcome, yeah, even you. He obviously ran over to Uncle Kent and said that there's this mean Welshman making fun of me on YouTube. Can you help me?
Super chat.
Therese Finley, thank you very much for the super chat. And she says the video was fun to watch. Love your sense of humor. Thank you, Therese. Yeah, so Matt Powell obviously ran across to Uncle Kent for a bit of moral support, we'll say. And something interesting happened as well. And I don't know whether to share this on the stream because the comment thread is hysterical. For some bizarre reason, Expat Taffy has jumped on this video and thrown down the gauntlet and challenged me to prove that man landed on the moon. Now, the only way I'm going to do that is if he makes a video about me, then you can bet your ball bag I'm going to respond, because I don't know what it is, but responding to videos that have been made about me is always easier and more fun than just making a video, if that makes sense. Good evening, Navy Tech 37. How are you, pal? Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's just easier to make responses to videos that have been made about me. But yeah, so for those of you who have absolutely no idea who's happened across this live stream on Twitch. The Dr. Creaky Blinder BS MS PhD. Just between you and me, right? This is a joke within our community, and the reason I've done it is because I've essentially done. I've got the certificates here. So this one I just made up myself. But then it was pointed out to me that this place gives out honorary degrees like they're going out of fashion. So I thought, well, I'll do 2. And then I sent a couple of pictures of it to people, you know, to see if they thought it was as funny as I. And as I did, not as I. Who am I? From the olden times. So apparently I needed a master's as well. So I've got the full set now. So I'm what am I? I can't even remember. I'm a Bachelor of Skeptology, which apparently is a real thing. Could be, might not be. I got no idea. I've got a master's in science, in comedic science. And then my doctorate, which is the one that was the hardest to acquire because I had to make the certificate myself. I am a doctor of sarcasmos, which is the Latin, no, not Latin, which is the Greek word that was the origins of sarcasm. So they're all very appropriate. And I went to Home Bargains yesterday to buy some black photo frames so I could place them on the wall behind us. And they wouldn't let me, which I thought was a bit tight. They're essential to me. Absolutely essential. But, you know, it is what it is. Who am I to call the powers that be wrong at Home Bargains? And all the Americans now are scratching their head. The bloody hell's, you know, what the hell is Home Bargains? It's, I don't know what the American equivalent would be. If anybody in the side chat knows, then speak now or forever hold your pieces. What was I going to say? Yeah, so the expat Taffy situation, I don't know why he has decided to board the Creaky train, so to speak. Is anybody interested in having a look at that comment thread? Or yeah, Bacon Earth in Twitch just said it would be a dollar store, kind of. So if it's a dollar store, Bacon Earth, how come every time me and Mrs. Blinder go in there, I end up spending like 50 quid?
Ooh, super chat.
Thank you, Jezza, the master reviewer. Your videos helped me stay sane during my self-isolation after I tested positive. The 10 days are up, but not much will change because of lockdown. I'm glad they helped me, but my parents are in exactly the same position. They both tested positive, so they both had the virus. Their sort of isolation period finished, and it was it was one day after the lockdown began. So it is what it is. Naldo123456 over on Twitch asks, what is BS? It's a Bachelor of Science. Bachelors of Science. So I hope that clears that up. Mark says Home Bargains would be like Target. Would it really? That's interesting. I didn't realize that. I thought, you know, what Bacon Earth said, it would be more like a pound shop. But you know, it is what it is. 359 people watching. Well, aren't I popular? You know, I don't know what happened with the live premiere on Friday, but I had 1,007 people watching. And my next biggest premiere besides that, I think I may possibly have skimmed 400 once or twice, but I literally smashed it. Well, you smashed it to pieces. BSc is Bachelor of Science, is it, Jim Broughton? Right, okay. I will have to check my sources. Yeah, Creaky's kissing cousin. 1,007 people watching my premiere. I was really, really pleased with that. It's the biggest number I've ever had. And the video's not doing too bad either. It's on 24,000, no, maybe a bit more than that actually. Because on the YouTube home screen it shows it as it being on 24,000, but I think it's a little bit more, 25.2, because for some reason the YouTube Studio back end is ahead of the doohickey, the YouTube homepage. So anybody want to have a look at this comments thread from Expat Taffy, or aren't you interested? I just think it'll be fun because he strikes me as the type of person to be watching this incognito. But little does he know that we have this thing called the lurk register, which I can check, actually. I'm not going to do the lurk register now. What the dickens is going on? No, I don't want to play adverts. Shut up. I don't want to play the video. So yeah, show you the thread. Yes, please. Yes, please. Let's see it. Let's have a look. Right. Okay. Let's have a look at the comments thread. And let me just get to it. So I'll make sure I can show you without. Yeah. Right. Hang on a second. Share screen. I don't want to share a screen, do I? I want to share a Chrome tab. That's the kiddie. Can you see it? How well can you see it? But before we have a look at the comments thread, not that, sorry.
Ooh, super chat. Okay.
As a French Canadian, I know what it is like to have no accent whatsoever. Anyway, keep up the good work. Thank you. Oh, how do I say that name? Gowan Blues. Apologies if I've just butchered it.
Ooh, super chat. Okay.
And my pal, the plot hole. Good evening, sir. How are you? Is it Dr. Blinder or Professor Sarcasm? I quite like the sound of Dr. Blinder, if I'm being completely honest. It's just got a nice ring to it. So anyway, this comments thread, I'm hoping you can still hear me. I'm fairly sure you can. So he basically commented saying, and you'll have to imagine the the cackle. Not one of you realized there could have been a big bang. Sound cannot be heard in a vacuum, so how the hell can there have been a big bang? Now, I will admit that let me just swap this over a minute. I will admit, right, that my reply was part me and part from a comment I saw on the video. If I could remember who the comment was, I would name check you, but I apologize, I can't. So I said, look, it's the brilliant ex-twat Taffy. Sorry, correction, you're still a twat. You do realize you're saying these things out loud and in a public forum, don't you? And that was my contribution. But then somebody said the Big Bang is the name of the theory, not a description of the event. It wasn't an explosion, but rather an expansion, which is what I said in the video as well. There is a huge difference. But expat Taffy, bless his cotton, wrinkly old Welsh socks, seems to think that because it's called the Big Bang, then there must have been a bang. But using that logic, you know, what color are strawberries? Because they're not straw, but strangely enough, they're strawberries. You know, it's that kind of idiotic nonsense.
Ooh, super chat. Okay.
Now that you're a doctor, can you give me a prostate exam? You're not the first to ask, Peter Nankaru. Sadly not. I'm not an MD. I am merely, what am I? A doctor of sarcasmos. So I cannot stick my fingers or thumb. No, sorry, not happening. Excuse me. Oh, look who it is. Craven Mordek. What's up, Dr. Creaky? Should it be Dr. Creaky or Dr. Blinder? Now, I've changed my name on Twitter because I am basically a big child and I thought it would be very funny. And so far, it hasn't offended any real doctors. And as I said I think I said it in that tweet, I'm not trying to take away from the massive amount of work that goes into getting a real doctorate. It's a joke. It's for fun. I'm just illustrating how easy it would have been for Mr. Hovind, is it Hovind or Hovind? For Kent to get his doctorate. You know, it's just insanity. It's just insanity. And I don't know if anybody of you have, I would imagine I'm really late to the party, but I watched his debate between him and Professor Dave today. My word, Dave absolutely destroyed him. But Kent is such an arrogant, misguided old fool. He just refuses to accept anything that even strays fractionally from what he believes in his belief, if that makes sense.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
So when do you become a Lord, Creaky? Oh, I don't know. One step at a time, Hugh. One step at a time. Right, anyway, sorry, guys. Back to the... why do I don't like saying guys. It makes me sound like a douchebag. So it's a huge thread, but that's basically where it started off. And you know, a lot of you have commented, funny and sadly less stupid than the farcical ideas repeated by Hovind. The term Big Bang became vernacular when Fred Hoyle, you know, there's loads of people pointing out. Mark the NASA scientist, if you can't read it, it's because you're on a smartphone, I would imagine. Good evening, Rob. I am Dr. Creaky Blinder. And it's all official. I've even got the certificates to prove it. So yeah, there was a lot of you were correcting him. And then I'm trying to find some of his other. So obviously he couldn't resist commenting again, could he? Because you know, he just seems to love the sound of his own voice. Where are we? Because a lot of these comments are from you guys, and they were basically just you're just correcting him. Sorry, it's not good like that. So, excuse me. So come on, he was all over it earlier on. Unless he's lost his bottle and deleted all his comments, because I fully expect a video to be made about me. But I suppose that at least it takes the focus off Blue Marble Science, I think, has been his most recent target, and I do use that word very loosely. Well, where are we? Radical said, funny that if you go back a few years, even a few decades, Kent and his crew still said the exact same things. The exact same asinine God of the gaps nonsense. They have a business model, but they cannot evolve because their followers would lose their shit. Even funnier is that you basically write a counter script before debating him. He is, in fact, that predictable. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, actually, Radical. You're absolutely right, because I've watched a number of debates with Kent Hovind in them, and he just says exactly the same thing over and over again. And what was really funny is on Kent's original Whack an Atheist video, somebody on there said that they've subscribed to me. Thanks, Kent. So if you're here, welcome. Where the hell are his comments gone? What have I done? What have I done? Well, they are there. Surely he can't have deleted his comments, can he? Where are they? Well, this is nowhere near as exciting as I'd hoped it would be. Sorry, good people of the internet. I just want to find it, because he went from claiming that Kent Hovind is right about the Big Bang because there can't be a noise in the vacuum of space, because, you know, they don't understand that the vacuum of space isn't the same as a Dyson, which is a bit of a problem. A vacuum just means nothing. You know, there's nothing there. Oh, come on, where are they? I couldn't scroll 3 clicks down earlier without finding a comment off you, and now I want them. You're gone. He hasn't run away, is he? Come on. Here we go. Well, time to leave this site. Nobody here with brains to take me on. Bye-bye, nutters. It's like... Of course, I forgot. He's the brilliant expat Taffy. He's not just good, he's brilliant. Self-proclaimed, but still brilliant. I think some of the replies may have been in here now. So there's replies in here. Tango2806 says, please come back. I want to learn. Please explore how small my brain is to yours. What sort of person have you got to be to refer to yourself? Imagine if I started referring to myself as the brilliant Creaky Blinder. Not that I need to. Awesome is more than sufficient. I don't need more than one adjective. Awesome suits me down to the ground. But it's just a lot of what it because that. But then he starts. Come on. I literally could not look at my comments earlier on without finding one of his comments. But basically, this is getting really shit now and I can't find it. So basic. Thank you, Craig Hobbs. I had trouble with a Dyson ball cleaner. Totally misunderstood on 5 hours down in A&E. I know exactly what you mean, though. It's the same as when the two lesbians moved in next door and they asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I said I want a watch. And they bought me a lovely Rolex, but they definitely misunderstood what I meant. Yeah, so what he basically did, and I'm going to carry on trying to find it because I don't want to paraphrase and balls it up because then it wouldn't be the right comment, would it? But what he's basically done is challenged me to oh, come on, expat Taffy, where are you? He's basically challenged me to so his whole channel is basically about the Apollo photos being faked, which they're not. The Apollo moon landing, obviously, I'm talking about. And he has now challenged me to prove him wrong. Well, why would I want to do that? I don't need to prove him wrong. He's just wrong, isn't he? It really is that simple. I don't see oh, there we are. We got Crafty Keeler sneaking in over on Twitch. Like I say, I don't know if it's going to be worth me streaming on Twitch as well, but I just thought, I may pick up, is there anybody watching this on Twitch now who's never seen me before? Let me know in the side chat if there is, or do you call it the side chat on Twitch? I'm not down with the kids. I'm not au fait with Twitch. I don't know if they call it the side chat over there, but did Kent or Matt already made a response to your response? Not that I know of, but we will have a look if you like. Somebody remind me. Or if somebody wants to look. Oh, come on, please. Oh, yeah. I was going to remember this and steal it for a video. But it may just be my really stupid sense of humor. But Linda Boram left a comment in response to, I think it was in response to Expat Taffy. But she said, debunk Creaky. What the hell are they going to do? Sneak up on him and Mrs. Blinder in bed and shove them off? I just thought it was very funny. But I feel stupid now. It may just... And I replied saying, brilliant. I wish I thought of that. It may just be my really not very good sense of humor. Somebody, and then people were asking me things like, is there anybody I would find more difficult to listen to than Kent? And yeah, Nathan Oakley, 100%. 100%. I can't find them. They've just disappeared. But that's basically the gist of it. He's basically he's thrown down a challenge because the way he's been. Let's have a look. Pat Taffy. Whoops. Oh, why? I should know that, being Welsh. 1. So he's basically, yeah, he's been going after, as he calls him, brain dead Kennedy. So dead Kennedy. Who else? Mr. Sensible, of course. How dare he pick on my daddy? I'm not having it. Absolutely no way. Oh, Dib says we are just chat here. So how do I differentiate between Twitter and... What? Never mind. I got distracted by my mate over here who's addicted to love. Creaky Blinder, hey dude, you want a challenge on the Apollo photos? I am the genius who can prove every photo is faked here on Earth. What? Robert Palmer, you're one of my Patreons, aren't you? Or is it a different... I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. Expat, hashtag expat taffy when examines a digital copy of a wet film picture using digital... Yeah, he doesn't seem to quite get the differences in the types of photography that we use now. Right, okay. So, my word, 490 people watching. And I noticed there's some people like... And the Jordan said... in the Twitch chat, because apparently it's not the side chat, even though it's there at the side. It's not the side chat. I'm just not cool enough for Twitch, clearly. So even though there are some names, I'm on 497. I've never had this many. Why am I getting so popular all of a sudden? It's almost as if people like me. I know not everybody does, but I've heard that Matt Power loves me. But what a big baby thing to do, isn't it? You know, to... And I know what he would argue, because the video that Kent showed in his Whack an Atheist episode was... It was made by Matt, and what he did at the end, you know, the segment at the beginning where I said, you know, it was an expansion, not an explosion. So he cut me saying that, and then just played articles from videos from National Geographic, you know, describing how it was an explosion.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Can you hear the notifications when I'm pressing them?
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Ricky Hewitt became a YouTube member. Thank you, Ricky. Much obliged. Much obliged. But yeah, I just think it's... So you can't hear, right? They're going up. Can you hear them now?
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
That's probably coming through my microphone now, though. That's the only trouble. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I just thought it was a really childlike thing to do. But there we are. You know, it is what it is, isn't it? You know, just the things they were saying, it just demonstrated perfectly that they couldn't debunk me, because... And I think I've said this before. I think this is why I don't get that many videos made about me, because I don't really use science. I just use I don't know, common sense. I hope that's how it comes across anyway. I think they find it difficult to make any sort of comeback at me that doesn't, excuse me, doesn't come across as childish. So maybe that's why, but I'm sure that Expat Taffy is going to make a video about me now. But I don't see how he can, unless, of course, he uses the video I made about him making a video about... Who did it? I can't bloody remember. Here it is. Here it is. I think it was Blue Earth. Blue Earth channel. Blue Earth Science? I got the worst memory in the world. I got the memory span of a senile goldfish. Yeah, so unless he maybe uses that video to respond to me, I don't know, but I hope he does, because I'll have another video response to make then. And they're so easy to make. So easy to make. Kevin Paul says, Creaky Blinder, a flirt of avoiding childishness. You realise what you're saying, yeah? Ah, but he's not a flat earther, though. That's the thing, Kevin. He is a young earth creationist who, in my opinion, maybe... Thank you, Bacon. Blue Marble Science. That's who it was. So maybe he is going to use that video to respond to me. I know I've forgotten what I was responding to. Hovind from Twitch. Hovind is a turd, not worth bothering with. Powell is Hovind Jr., even less worth bothering with. I know, but it right. So people said that to me, right? Let's
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Mr. Merlin, the Tanny Fickler. I'd love 10 minutes with. I bet you I'd see you next Tuesday. I'd make him cry. I don't know. I think he's just, through years and years of doing what he does, I think he's just become so thick-skinned. I honestly don't think he would care what anyone says about him. Good evening, Mr. Hetfield. How are you, pal? Nice to see you, Dan. Yeah, I really don't think he would care. Oops, didn't mean to press that one again. I'm not being put up there twice, Mr. Merlin. But yeah, I don't know. I know you're smart enough to do it. I'm just saying, well, I got a rock in this room somewhere. That's probably smart enough to do it. But that being said, that's where Kent Hovind thinks we all came from, because he's a moron. But I think you could have Brian Cox debate them. Is it Brian Cox? Or Neil deGrasse Tyson. And he would still claim victory, because he is an ignoramus. An ignoramus. And I'm quite surprised. I thought I'd push my luck. But the comment I made about not having enough money to come to America by the time I pay my taxes and all this kind of thing, but not many people saw it, or if they did, they certainly didn't point it out. Hashtag ad hominem. It's just one D, isn't it? And two separate words. But I could be wrong. Imagine that. I don't know. Creaky's kissing cousin.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
500 people watching. Glad I got up early for this. Great stream so far. That's Australian dollars. Are you who I think you are, Creaky's kissing cousin? Are you the... No, I don't want to say your name, but are you who I think you are? That's so vague, isn't it? But were we talking earlier on today on Discord and you told me you were going to try and get up early to watch this stream? If you are that person, yeah, it is. How you doing? You gubber? I think, I can't remember. I had an insult. I had a page open, how to insult Australians. That's how I came up with all those things. It certainly didn't come out of my mind. Honestly, it didn't. Anyone knows how do I get Prime? What? How did I get Prime Gaming? And the George said, I don't even know what that means. So does it tell me how many people are watching? Oh, there's 22 people watching me on Twitch. So, you know, this is the thing. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam. I don't know where they're from, pal. I don't. So because there's 22 people watching me on Twitch now, does that mean there's 22 people less here? Which I know sounds like a really stupid thing to say, and it probably is, so let me explain what I mean. What I mean is, how many of the people who are watching on Twitch now know me, and that's where they're here? Does it matter? Probably not. I'm overthinking it. So... and the George head is in both chats. You're so high-tech. You are so high-tech. Has anybody here got any experience of, and this is aimed at anybody, give me a thumbs up if you're a gamer, first of all. Let me know if you're a gamer. Are you a gamer? I'm waiting for some thumbs up. Can you hear that sound effect? The fish nerd. That bloody disappeared quick. Where'd that go? So the fish nerd said he's a gamer. Brooksy says he's a gamer. Neil C, no, gamer, not a gay man, a gamer. Have you got any experience of, I don't know if it's called, let's have a look, I've forgotten already. Is it Stadia or Google Stadia? Does anybody have any experience of that? Because I'm not saying I'm going to, yeah, Stadia. Yeah, right, cool, everybody who plays games. Because I've got this, I get asked all the time, do I game? And I'll be honest with you, I really don't. Stadium, yes, it's poop. Brilliant. Stimich, love your accent. Don't know what you're talking about, mate. Sorry. You must be new. It's a gaming platform like Steam, but worse. So it's basically, you pay $8.99 a month and then you've still got to buy the games. Civilization is not for me. Lost Anna says, isn't that new stupid thing? That Stadia or whatever it's called. I think it's just Google's gaming platform. But anyway, the reason Jamaican, that's a very random comment, but wonderful. I don't know, I'm thinking of maybe spending an hour or two once a week, and this is a very big maybe. I really haven't decided yet. I've got to work out the logistical side of it, of maybe, because I tried Stadia earlier and I was playing this monster truck game and I had StreamYard open to see how easy it was to stream, and it was very easy. And I got to be honest, an hour went past, like I didn't even notice. So I'm wondering maybe whether I should do a game stream once a week, maybe. I don't know. Polar Bear says ad hominem. Well done. You spelled it right. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think? Would anybody be interested in that? Dib says Steam maybe. Yeah, no, my youngest, whoops, hang on, sorry. My youngest son has got a Steam account and he said I can just log into it on my PC and use all his games. And he's got this really cool Star Wars game. So I don't know, I might. I don't know. It's streaming gaming Creaky. So the game runs on a powerful computer in Google's data center and then controls inputs from you to them, and then they send it back on a live video feed. Right. So that's why there was the occasional lag and stuttering then, Dan, yeah? Hitman Dominus says, try it out and find out. Doesn't hurt to try. Yeah, that's what I thought. I may whack an atheist. Oh no, that's Kent Hovind, isn't it? I may whack Steam on my PC and give it a try and see what happens. Good evening, Arctic Hayes. How are you, pal? If you do it, Creaky, do it for you. Don't do it for us. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's why whenever anybody's asked me before, I've always said no, because I've never really been that interested. But like I say, I was playing that monster truck game earlier on and an hour went past. And what my thinking is if I'm going to play a couple of games on my PC during my downtime, why don't I stream it? May as well. I'll give it a bash. So we'll see what happens.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Let's play Monopoly. Oh, the most boring game in the world, Pete. You're having a giraffe. There we are. Brian Pop Robinson has got it right. It's more like monotony than Monopoly. It's just, Mrs. Blinder always wants to play Monopoly. We're always able to dodge it most of the times. Theoretic, what type of games are you into? No types of games at all, because I don't game. I don't game. Vipe ZZ91 says play with Simon Dan. I probably won't because people will start talking. Oh, you don't play games? My apologies. I misunderstood. Look, Callum didn't know you are how qualified you are now. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did because I told him earlier on today when I saw him. I think anyway.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Can you hear that now? Thank you, Ross Allen. Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of being not prepared for that. Oh, dear me.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Bite the bullet, rearrange the box, rob the bank, hid bodies, avoided flirts anyway, join supporters here, can't get away from me now. Oh, so you're, what? What does that mean, Voodoo Inquisitor? This is you've become a channel member, have you? I can't see that you've become a channel member, pal, if that's what you mean. But I could be wrong. Imagine that. Still only coming through the mic. Okay, I'll have to try and figure out why that is. I'll have to try and figure it out because it's annoying and makes the purchase of a Go XLR completely pointless then, doesn't it? But there we are. It is what it is. Patreon blinder got sorry. Oh, was that? Did you do it earlier on and pay for the full year, Voodoo Inquisitor? Because if you did, thank you. And I did see the email. If that was you. Kevin Paul says no, it never was before. I've got a separate channel for my doohickey. I'm gonna mute my mic and then I'm gonna press a doodah.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you. Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
So did you hear those two notifications then?
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
So you did hear it. So you're hearing it. So it is set up right in that case then. But my mic must be picking it up. It's because I haven't got headphones in, it must be. Lucci Ferium became a channel member. Thank you very much indeed. And George said,
ooh, super chat. Thank you.
You and me, Minecraft, make it happen. That looks like the most boring game in the world. But that being said, PewDiePie's got 110 million subscribers. So you may be onto something. But we'll see. Yeah, so Mark says the video's glitching. I currently have no hair. Is that what it is? That was another thing that you've just reminded me. Expat Taffy earlier on, he just kept repeatedly calling me baldy because he clearly thinks I don't realize I have no hair. I don't know. I don't know. So I think I know what the problem might be. Right. Hang on a sec. Let me see if I can. Stuff like this really aggravates the crap out of me. So let me turn on the old tooth of blue, unplug the speakers, put in a earbud, put a earbud in my ear, this ear. Now then, obviously you can still hear me, so.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Can you hear that now?
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? testicles 1 2 3. Yeah, so it's not, yeah, it's my mic is yeah, you can hear it through the system. It's very loud in my ear. I'll have to open. Well, I'm not going to do it now, am I? Right, good. That's better. Everything's working as it should be. We just said something there. It works. Yeah, you should play Fortnite. I'm in need of a cheap laugh. I downloaded Fortnite to my phone because every so often when I'm bored, I think, I'm gonna play games on my phone. So I've downloaded Fortnite for mobile about 3 times, and it just doesn't work. Raji support is in the house. Good evening. If this is the real Kent Hovind, I will eat my own ass. Because he's blocked. So I know it's not him. But props to whoever's done it, because you've got I'm pretty sure that's the same profile picture and everything. Now then, funny you should say that, Paul Mac. That's another game I have actually played. I used to play it on the... Oh, hang on. I got a floppy one. I can't remember what console it was. It was one... Because obviously I'm far too mean and far too poor to buy a new console, but one of the kids, maybe PS3 or something, and I played the crap out of Hitman. Absolutely brilliant. I love any game with a bald man in it. But everything on the internet is true. So that's true, Hovind. I guess you were not prepared for that, Creaky. I wasn't prepared for it. I was extremely shocked, Rajical, because, right, Blood Ink keeps asking this, Dr. Blinder, a tattooer with a PhD. What makes you think I'm a tattooer, Blood Ink? Because I most certainly am not. I most certainly am not. So, sorry if that disappoints, but I'm not. Right, why? Oh, there we are. Sorry, I missed this.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
That is very loud. Super chat from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam. Euro Truck Simulator, race from Prague to Cardiff. I've tried that as well, but the reason... Now, young James, that's a bit cheeky. Right, hang on a sec.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
If you need audio help, I work with a Russian sound engineer and a Czech one too. Very funny. I read it, I skimmed over it, and I was going to say, isn't a sound engineer regardless of where they're from? But I see what you did there. Very clever. Right, let me just go by here. Was the headphones? Headphones. Hello? Testicles? 1, 2, 3. Somebody stole my headphone slider. Headphones. 80%? Turn down to 50 and see how that sounds. Good. Nice and quiet in my ear now. Whew. That could have been a struggle, but that was very funny. Thank you, buddy. Oh, dear me. Do I what? Kevin Paul, I'm going to ask one last time. Well, sorry. Are you on Windows or Apple? I'm on Windows. And mate, it's not that I'm ignoring you. There's 500 people watching and all messaging, so I'm going to miss some messages. So apologies to anybody who's messaged. And I've not read it out. It's not because I don't want to. It's just because there's a lot of messages and I miss them. I'm trying to run the live stream, talk to you all, and so apologies. Jason Pritchard, are there any conspiracy theories which you think may have some weight behind them? I've been asked this question loads of times. It depends how you define a conspiracy theory. If you're talking about real things like the Jeffrey Epstein situation, then yes. You know, and JFK, you know, they are to me true conspiracy theories, because the problem is the term conspiracy theory has lost a lot of its meaning now, because as soon as somebody says conspiracy theory, you just think of things like flat earth, don't you? And, you know, the moon landings being faked and all that sort of childish nonsense. but all it means to conspire is for more than one person to plot behind another person's back. You're conspiring with somebody else about somebody else.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Oculus Quest 2 VR is amazing for a reasonable twice. Twice? Price. Twice the price. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for VR. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And listen, I'm not 100% sure this will happen. It's lime and soda, actually, Creaky's kissing cousin, because I'm back on the old keto diet, which is why you haven't seen me guzzling Pepsi Max. Radical says, I dare say there's a difference between conspiracy theories and conspiracy derp. Absolutely agree with you 100%. 100%. Mermaid. Hello, Creaky Blinder. Creaky Blinder. I am Ahmed from Oman. Hello, Ahmed. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to pronounce it correctly. Please do something about Dave Weiss from Dearth. Do you know, from DITRA, sorry, not Dearth. Do you know, I'm aware of him. The reason I've not is because his videos are so long. It's exactly the same reason why I haven't made a video about Nathan Oakley, because he just live streams because, well, I don't know, is it because he's too lazy to make a video, or I don't know what it is, but you know, if anybody knows of a David Weiss video, you know, that's relatively short, the Kent Hovind Whack an Atheist episode was breaking all my rules because it was a 38-minute long video. And I wanted to do that video because I love responding to videos that have been made about me because they are just funny. DITRH's videos are mostly idiotic text and music. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I looked at his channel, to be honest, Globerman, but that's probably another one of the reasons why I've not done it. Pincho Paxton said, this is 58 minutes so far. It's not. I've been on since... Oh, yes, it is too. Sorry, my bad. Forgot how to tell the time. Mr. Andrat! Creaky, is Mr. Sensible deep fake? I don't really want to say. No, he's been to my house. No, he's not deep fake, and sadly, he's not my father either. Oh, dear me. Radical says, it's a problem with these kind of people. They don't get to a point just droning on and... Oh, sorry, Radical. I thought you used to enjoy my live streams. Sorry. I'll try and be more interesting. Yeah, but that's why I don't make videos about people like that, because videos are just too long. They're just too long, and unless they're, you know, specifically talking about it. The thing I'm finding with a lot of the Flat Earthers videos now is they don't really seem to be talking about Flat Earth as much as they usually do. They seem to be hopping around. Like, I don't know who caught last week's... It wasn't a debate. Tracy Langley is lurking. Tracy Langley is lurking. It was more of a presentation, I suppose, and I learned a lot. It was really, really interesting. But he was was he a virologist? I can't remember his bloody qualification. Sorry, mate, if you come across this. But all flat earthers now and a lot of other conspiracy theorists seem to have suddenly become hugely knowledgeable about how viruses work and how they affect people. I just now this Vipe ZZ91. I heard from a Karen last week that the vaccine has AIDS in it. Unfortunately, couldn't do anything but keep my cool and agree the customer is always right. See, that's one of the advantages of being self-employed. If somebody said that in my shop, I would have told them, you're stupid. Either shut up or get out. But you can only do that if you own the shop. It's not good. It's not good. Requiem Dream. Have you super chatted and I've missed it? No, I can't. Oh, you want me to say it? Ooh, super chat. Thank you. Why, you doubted it was me, did you? East Coast theme. The flu virus mutates each year. Surely that proves even the dullest of flatters and holy men. Apparently nothing proves it to any of them. Blood ink, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's one of the joys of being self-employed. The Karen moves, demands to see the manager. Oh, dear me. Where was that? What did Chris say then? Chris Shapley says, I'm a firm believer that we've taken the customer is always right way too far. Yeah, I completely agree with you, because honestly, some of the people that come into our shop, I would be amazed if they dressed themselves to come out. Unless, of course, they're watching and, hi, thanks for your custom. But honestly, some of the people we come across, it's insane. Interesting comment, Richard S. But I do agree with you. And this segues nicely into my community post from last... No. When did I do it? I'll tell you now. I did it on, 3 days ago. So on Friday. Should I take on the Trump situation and what went on in Washington? Now, as a result of that poll, I've decided not to make the video. And I will tell you why. The reason I've decided to make it is because the results of the poll came back very, very confusing. So 88% of the people said do it. 12% said, obviously, don't do it because they like Trump. So at first glance, looking at that, I would have said, let's make a video about Trump. However, reading through the 392 comments that are currently on there, it's almost as if those 12, and it was 3,500 votes. So, because I'm shit at maths, I'm not going to work it out. But almost every comment was advising me not to do it. So that then begs the question, does this mean that A, either people just want me to completely avoid anything to do with politics, which is fine, or B, that's why, shut up, or B, that 12% of my audience are Trump supporters? I don't know. But I did read then some, because, you know, believe it or not, I don't just pluck these videos out of thin air, usually. But sorry to... no, hang on. That's not one. Joanna, Shan, you have a vape shop, yeah? If you ship stuff from, no, unfortunately, we haven't got a website, Joanna. We used to have one before. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. So it's so much work to build a web, you know, an e-commerce website. They're doing very well. Thank you, Papa Chris. Very well indeed, or Papa Chess. They're doing very well indeed. They're both... my dad seems to be fully recovered. And my mother is over the worst of it, I would say. But they're doing all right. So thank you. So yeah, Mark the NASA scientist Santa says we've had way too much political crap for one lifetime. Yeah, and that's fine. If it's yes, you know, this is the thing, Bacon. A lot of people voted supporting that view, but the comments said something very, very different. Very, very different. And that's the thing, see, a lot of people just assumed it was going to be a political video, but it wasn't going to be a political video. It was basically going to be taking a look at some, and I'm going to say it, if I lose a few subscribers, I lose a few subscribers. It was going to be looking at some of the ridiculous and dangerous things that Trump has said, you know, and I was going to base it around, you know, it was going to be along the lines of that, you know, because essentially, if I'm understanding it, and bearing in mind, I'm not an American, and I know that's difficult to believe. You know, it's hard to know where I'm from, not having an accent, but I was going to give my viewpoint as somebody who isn't American, obviously, because I'm not. And it wasn't going to be a political video, but it doesn't matter. I'm not doing it anyway. I'm not here to deliberately upset the people that choose to watch me and choose to support me, you know, so I'm not going to do it. You know, it's a done deal. It's all gone. All gone. I'm sure there was something else I wanted to talk about as well, but it's completely gone out of my head. Completely gone out of my head. But yeah, in the vain hope that I may remember it before the end of the stream, Matt, what's his face? Matt Powell, official, to differentiate him from all the fake Matt Powells on YouTube, has emailed me a couple of times, challenging me to a debate. But I just don't want to debate them. The thing is, my opinion on remind me, I want to tell you my opinion on debates. Sut Kettle, how's it going with the logo? I'll be honest with you, I have not done a thing. I've had a fairly busy week I rebuilt my website. I don't know if anybody has seen it. And it's not to take away from the great job that was done for me previously, but I decided I wanted to build a website for myself because I was paying £11 a month just to own the domain name, and it included website hosting. So I've done it before. You know, I've built numerous websites using the one-on-one platform. It's all drag and drop. I don't know how to code or anything. So Sut Kettle, I have not. And it's funny, somebody said, oh, I'd be interested in sending you some ideas for a logo, and I never heard from them. So that wasn't you, Sut Kettle, was it? That was somebody else. But yeah, it's not. So yeah, I've just been busy. Just been busy.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Because of your non-accent, where are you actually from? I'm actually from the world. Strangely enough, I'm from Swansea in South Wales. Second best Bob. Close, but no cigar, Steve Martin. Very close, so. Yeah, see, Blood Ink, this is the funny thing. This is what I was saying, right? I'm not, right, so I'm by profession, I'm a graphic designer. So everything, you know, all this nonsense up here, it's, you know, all this shizing. It's all done by me, all my channel art, all my thumbnails, obviously. I do it all myself. But I just feel like every time I've tried, let me show you. Let me show you. So, Chrome tab, the Creaky Blinder. So this is the website I've done. So this is the home page. All my doodads are here. You know, you can scroll down, you can subscribe, it'll take you to YouTube. You can jump over to the merch store, my latest Instagram posts, and this is kind of, oh, the mouse doesn't move, does it? So at the bottom of the screen, the Creaky blinder smashing pseudoscience with a little YouTube thing. I suppose that's what I'm using as a logo, but all that is that's just one of the fonts I use. On, you know, my thumbnails and everything. But, you know, I think it's kind of the situation, you know, where sometimes a second pair of eyes, you know, you can't see the wood for the trees, that kind of thing. Somebody just mentioned expat taffy. Are you an expat taffy? Are you an expat Daffy Duck going to do an accent off to see whose accent is most neutral? Do you know, I've got a funny feeling based on excuse me, based on the videos of his I've seen, that he may not be from that far from where I live. He may not be that. I know I think he lives in Australia, but obviously he's originally Welsh. And I think he may have been from not far from me. None of that sounded like it made any sense. And I said it. Did it make any sense? I'm sure you know what I mean. Pincho Paxton is a graphic designer. Awesome. I enjoy doing it. Sometimes if I got nothing to do, I'll literally just sit down and, you know, make some generic thumbnails that I can then adapt when, you know, when I've got a video to upload. I just really enjoy doing it. But yeah, that's what I was getting at, is, you know, not being able to see the wood for the trees. Before he moved to Oz, he lived near where you are now. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, Kevin Paul. I confuse myself. I have subtitles on YouTube, understands you 99%. Yeah, funny enough, I only discovered this yesterday, but YouTube videos have got a transcript with them. And I looked at the transcript because, you know, Tango 2806, you could well be right. That's not that far from me. Bloody hell. Oh, I got the Rona. Can't even remember what I was saying now. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam. I use the Coral suite, Coral Draw, Coral Photo. It's what I've always used. And as you know, I don't know if you're an experienced user, if you're learning it, but it takes so long to learn. When you're doing it, you know, as your profession, you haven't really got time to learn a new software. It's the same, you know, I use Filmora 10 for editing my videos, and I really want to switch to something else because there are certain limitations, but I just haven't got time to learn to use a new editing software. So thank you, Creature Curse. Why don't I like debates? Now, this doesn't mean I haven't got respect for people that do them, because obviously, you know, I've got the Agree to Disagree channel with Cats as well. I just feel that no matter who you're debating, then even every flat earth debate, have you ever honestly, hand on heart, finished watching a flat earth debate and had a person say, a flat earther say, you won, the earth is definitely a globe, I lost that debate, you won? It just doesn't happen. It's the same. Every debate I've ever seen with Kent Hovind in it, he never seems to lose. And that's not because he never loses, it's because he's just got this ridiculous way of claiming victory, even when he's clearly been absolutely obliterated, like Professor Dave did to him. So even though he very kindly invited me to Dino World, to sit on his knee, I mean next to him, it's never going to happen. I wouldn't even do it on Agree to Disagree. I just think it's a total waste of time. Oh, do you know, Christopher Shapley, DVM CVA, you might be right. Shall we have a look at the lurk register, boys and girls? Brad Sweetman is lurking because I've not seen him seen him say anything. Colon, he must be lurking. I can't remember seeing him saying anything. David Keller is lurking. East Coast Steam is lurking. Friggin' Canvey is lurking. Oh, the list is jumping around now, so people are frantically trying to type something. Galen Thunder is lurking. Gareth Dawson, Izzy of Albion. Mike M. Mute Donkey is lurking. Nick Skies. Paul Mack is lurking. Peter Grondman. Pixel 2 Domination, are you lurking? Or I think you might be. Radical's not lurking. Radical never lurks. He just listens from afar. Rich 901, Richard S, Richard Poole lurking. Russell Kufal is lurking, which is unusual. Russell has usually got... Oh no, he super chatted earlier. What a dickhead. Sorry. Steve Martin is lurking. I think. I could be wrong, believe it or not. N. Egmagam is lurking. Utah MC Ride is lurking. And the happy little fox, aka Benji, is lurking. He never lurks. Well, well, well. Timo and Semi... No, he's in the side chat now. The Logical Crow. He's either just arrived or he's lurking. But either way, good evening. I think... See, I don't understand the participants. 439 people watching, and that was not a list of 439 people. But anyway.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Thank you, David Keller. Very kind of you. Much appreciated. Thank you for the support. Good evening, the Logical Crow. You just premiered on the lurk list. Radical, are you listening? Have you seen anything? Because you do a lot of live streaming as well, don't you? Have you seen anything that implies there's going to be the ability to switch the Premiere music? See, that's the there we are. Tracy Langley.
Ooh, super chat.
Go away and shut up. Tracy Langley is the lurk queen. So why was she not on the lurk register? Oh, she is now. You weren't just now, Trace. I'm almost certain. Almost certain. Is he going to get an official certificate that he's the king of the lurkers? Well, I don't know. Tracy Langley's generally the channel's lurking queen. What do you think of the super chats? Of the Patreons going up the side like that? It was the only way. I've names have been getting cut out and all sorts of nonsense. So that was the only way I could get them to work. So great if you like it. Sorry if you don't. Much apologizing-ness. Sus. What's a nice touch? Dib. The lurk register. I always do the lurk register. Well, I say always, almost always. Sometimes I forget. I'm only human. After all. Oh, there's only 17 people left in Twitch now. I've bored the rest of them into submission. Not that it matters anyway. How many people we got on the tubes? 437. Wonderful. Michael Buckley says, can you print me up an honorary degree for lurking? I don't know. Maybe lurk certificates is the way to go. Who am I to deny somebody? Why not? It's easier to read than repeat in the chat. What? You've lost me. Sorry. Grandma Mo says, I lurk because my hands are messed up and I can't get a comment out before the topic changes. Thank you for your comment, Grandma Mo. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand which way they do it. Sometimes sometimes the list is huge. Sometimes it isn't. No idea. No idea. Sean O'Toole? You thought everything was trying to go paperless? Well, it would be a digital certificate, wouldn't it? I wouldn't be sending paper ones out. Just think of all the stamps. I'm not made of money. Brad Sweetman is a natural born lurker. Well, well, well. Dina81 sounds like my kind of person. I'm lurking mainly because I'm too lazy to type anything. Yeah, I got to be honest. It's rare I comment on a video or anything either because I ask people to don't forget to comment down below. You know, like the video. Have you liked this video? If you haven't, sort it out, will you? And I always like videos because obviously I know how helpful that is for the algorithm. It's actually more important to get people to like the video than it is to get people to subscribe. People will subscribe sometimes if you ask them to, but they're more likely to like if you ask them to. And the reason I say that having people like the video is probably more valuable than having people subscribe is because if somebody just goes, oh yeah, click, I'll subscribe, and then they never watch one of your videos, it's a dead subscriber, completely pointless. But if, you know, somebody likes the video, just the action of liking it will mean that your next video gets theoretically shown to them. So it's kind of a bit like a subscriber in one. It is and it isn't. But I'm sure anybody else who's on YouTube will know what I mean. It's all about views and audience retention. Subscribers are nice to have. And whilst having more subscribers does equate to getting more views, it doesn't necessarily guarantee it, if that makes it. You've only got to look at PewDiePie's channel for that. He's got 108 or 110 million subscribers, and his videos only get only. So 108 million subscribers, and his videos only get 4.6 million, 6.8, 4.3, 6.5, 7.1, 4.5, 3.4, 1.8. But the point, PewDiePie. The point is, based on those figures, 90% of his subscribers don't watch his content. So whilst he holds the accolade for being the most subscribed individual on YouTube, and notice I said individual, he's not getting 100 million views or even 50 million views on all his videos. So the bulk of the people that are subscribed to him do not watch him, if that makes sense. Does anything I've said tonight make sense? Right, we got 10 minutes left, boys and girls. Did I say I was going to talk about anything and then not talk about it? Which I do appear to have a habit of doing. Thank you, Philip Roach. Love your videos. Great content. Find your videos more interesting than Simon. I would love to see you hit 100k. Thank you. So my goal for 2020 was to get to 50,000 subscribers. I didn't. I got to 42, and I'm currently on 42,704. I think it is 42,711. So I'm chuffing like a muffin. But I don't know. I've really got this ambition, this this feeling in my gut that I want to get to 100k this year. I really, really do. It's just that is one of the real magical numbers of YouTube. Well, you know, that's when you get your first, you know, your first plaque and, you know, that kind of thing. It's just a really big achievement for anybody that creates content on YouTube. You don't want me to read you a bedtime story, Papa Chiss. Honestly, you don't. That would not be good. That would not be good. So we'll see. We'll see. But this is why Creaky's kissing cousin said, I did see you asking me just now, am I going to show my light off? The problem I've got is my camera is fixed and my light is up there. Now, I hope it's all right to say this. Creaky's kissing cousin, that's not his real name. But he bought, actually I can, no, there's no way of showing you. I'll post a picture of it on my Instagram later on. So if anybody isn't following me on Instagram and they want to see the light that Creaky's kissing cousin bought for me off my Amazon wish list, then that's what I'll be posting it, and I'll do it straight after the stream. Cool Tool says, will you keep streaming on Twitch? I like that more than YouTube. That's the idea for now. I thought on a Sunday, there's only one of me, because I use StreamYard now, I can stream to more than one place really easily. Yes, Tim Cowell, I have finally replaced the face roasting lamp, and that explains why I was a little bit cold in this room earlier. You're absolutely right. My two lights now are LED lights. I am gonna keep streaming this to Twitch on a Sunday as well as FaceTube. What the hell is FaceTube? As well as YouTube, because I don't know. I've categorized my channel, I think, as talk shows and podcasts. Do you think that's the right category? I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is or not, but I'm gonna keep doing it. And as I said, once I can Hitman Dominus, yeah, I am doing both. That's what I'm saying. This is the first time I've streamed on Twitch ever. Obviously I'm aware that Twitch is a thing, but you know, I didn't think it was appropriate. So I've got it as talk shows and podcasts. Does that seem right? Mermaid, my friend. Mermaid, Creaky, my friend, I sent you a note on PayPal. Okie dokie. Let's have a looky then. Is it anything I need to address now, Mermaid, or is it just stuff and things? Radical, I thought only I said that. Right. Yeah. Ahmed, I can see it. And thank you very much indeed for the support. I do appreciate it. So I've just seen it, and thank you, pal. It's much appreciated. Much appreciated. What are we doing? Creaky Blinder, you call yourself, yet I see you using the razor. What? Creaky Blinder, you call yourself, yet I see you using the razor of reason to cut shut eyes open, not eyes out. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I do try. I am trying, honestly. Mrs. Blinder tells me I'm trying all the time, so there must be something in it. The Mighty One, when do you think you'll be as big as Simon Dan? Well, I've never met Dan in the flesh, so I'm not sure who's the biggest anyway. I probably am, if you're talking about fat, because Dan is a keen runner. The Mighty One, I don't know. I hope one day, but I don't know. Dave Nick on Twitch says, here you are. Well, I don't even know what that means. This is I just cannot have Twitch and think that it's no. Way too confusing. Simon Dan doesn't have legs. That's not fair. How do you know I do? You've never seen them. You've never seen them. Exactly. Dan is smaller due to the lack of leg. Oh no. Keep it clean. I'm picking up your phrases. This shower is next to my PC. Mrs. Papa just walked out naked. She said she had a gym, so I said tidy. Earlier on, so I set my streams up usually on a Sunday morning, and I'll come in here then Sunday afternoon, and I'll open StreamYard, and I'll turn my camera on, set the mics up, and do all the other nonsense, update my Patreon list and all that good stuff. And then I'll just leave it all live. So when it's time to go live, I literally just have to come in, sit down, and start talking to you lovely people. I went to have a shower earlier on before the stream started, and I thought, oh crap, I've left my phone in the studio. So I walked in, my phone lives there on a stand in between two of my monitors. And I walked in here, and I could see people chatting in the side chat, and my camera was live and everything, and I was bollock naked. I absolutely shat myself. I thought that was the end of my channel, but then, oh no, I haven't hit the go live button, so don't leave your camera on when you're not using it, I think is the moral of the story. Jazz of the Master Viewer says, Creaky Blind, I found your channel when you did Tinfoil Tuesday. Thank you, mate. Yeah, a lot of people did. Was that the first time I did it? Because that was an interesting one. The first time I did Tinfoil Tuesday for Dan, I picked up 5,000 subscribers in the space of 3 days, which was absolutely phenomenal. That's the most growth I've had in the shortest amount of time since I started the channel in August 2018. But then the second time I did a Tinfoil Tuesday for Dan, I don't think I picked up 500 subscribers. And he had grown hugely. But I don't know why I didn't. Maybe... What the hell? What have I done now? Where's everyone gone? Yeah, so I don't know if it was just people had seen me and they didn't like what I did, because of it, you know, the way I approach things is very, very, very different from Dan, isn't it? But there we are. It is what it is. But anyway, thank you very much indeed to everybody who has super chatted. I'm sure you've learned by now that it is thoroughly appreciated. Thank you to Ahmed for sending me something over on PayPal. Thank you to Creaky's. Oh, what was your name? Creaky's kissing cousin for purchasing me that lovely LED light panel just up in the corner, so that I haven't got to sweat like a fat bird at a barbecue anymore. And on that note, I think I will sign out. Thanks, everyone, and I will see you next time. Toodle pep.
Thank you all for watching Creaky Live. Don't forget to follow me on all of your social media platforms. Have a good day and have a creaky week.